Today's graduation address will be given by Deborah Battell, New Zealand Banking Ombudsman. Deborah was appointed to her position in July 2009. She's also on the Executive Committee of the Australia-New Zealand Ombudsman Association. Her previous roles have included the positions of Director of Competition and Director of Fair Trading with the New Zealand Commerce Commission and Senior Consultant with KPMG. Deborah has authored conference papers and published articles on strategic management topics, which have also been the subject of a feature series in New Zealand national business media. Deborah's personal commitments include being on the board of the Wellington Hospital Foundation. She has also previously been Deputy Chair of the Life Flight Trust and a board member of Sprott House, a hospital and rest home. She holds a Master of Business Administration and a Bachelor of Arts from Victoria, along with a Diploma of Teaching. It's my pleasure to invite Deborah Battell to give the graduation address.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the Council, other members of the University, graduands and guests. It is an absolute pleasure and privilege to speak at your graduation, particularly on this gorgeous Wellington Day. I've never graduated, despite my 2 degrees, so I'm privately celebrating with you and your families, teachers and friends, all the friends that have supported you, and I'd like to take this opportunity to extend a heartfelt thank you to my own parents and teachers and those who've given me opportunities along the way. So today, because the expectations, I think, on graduates are so high, I want to tell you about how I went from being a primary school teacher to banking ombudsman. I want to show you that your degree is a great beginning and that you can end up doing something you love, even though you don't know what you want to be and you don't have all the formal qualifications, and even if it takes nearly 30 years. When I look back, 4 things have been important: a thirst for learning and improving, finding something that I could love and learn in every job, being prepared to take risks, and having people who were prepared to back me and give me opportunities. Beyond my childhood dreams of being a singer or TV presenter, I never knew what I wanted to be. At 18, having returned from an AFS year rather unsettled and having dropped out of a BA, I went to Wellington Teachers College because a boyfriend told me that it had a really creative experimental program. During the first week, however, I realised that I'd need more and re-enrolled at Vic. After simultaneously completing a BA and Teachers College, I was posted to an intermediate school. At our first meeting, the Deputy Principal asked me what I wanted to achieve. Naively, I said, to help kids think independently. This, he responded, was the cause of the downfall of Western civilization. So a quick call to Teachers College and I was transferred. 9i Intermediate had some truly inspirational teachers, but after a couple of years I knew I was never going to be one of them. Teaching is a vocation and I hadn't been called. I was also in a hurry and became dispirited when my interest in computers and education was not supported because there would never be computers in classrooms. This was 1981. I then successfully applied for a job at the Broadcasting Corporation as an audience researcher based on the statistics and research methodology papers in my BA. Here I found I loved qualitative research and especially recall a project on audience attitudes to what we called pornography on television. Believe me, sex on TV in 1983 was tamer than episodes of The Simpsons. Then I unsuccessfully applied for a role in marketing at Radio New Zealand, but when the marketing manager subsequently headed up a policy and development unit, he remembered me, and I joined a small team tasked with preparing station managers for the upcoming deregulation of the airwaves. We started with a book on strategic planning from the public library, and tried to train dyed-in-the-wool station managers to think strategically. Alongside an MBA, I picked up some marvellous skills in this role, particularly in facilitation, planning, preparing business cases, change management, IT development, and handling objections from old men. I completed the MBA in 1987, aged 30. The MBA built the bridge to a more commercial career and led to a job at KPMG as a strategic management consultant. Here, I spent a fascinating 6 years developing expertise in strategic and organisational reviews and evaluation across a wide range of clients. But by 1995, I knew I would go no further, and so I joined a recruitment consultancy to help me work out my next step. Although I loved working with people, I did not enjoy process and detail. After 22 months, I drove to work one day, thought, I can't do another recruitment assignment, immediately gave 2 months' notice and set up my own strategic management consultancy. When the manager of the company, the recruitment company, left about 6 months later, I agreed to come back for 1 year to gain management experience. A 14-month assignment with the Foundation for Research, Science and Technology as its change manager followed, and then I fell on my feet. It was an unexpected call from the Commerce Commission, one of my clients, asking me to apply for its new Director of Fair Trading position. I was appointed without a law degree and without criminal investigation experience. To be honest, I don't think I'd even read the Fair Trading Act. I didn't even really know what it was. But what I could bring, with help from Paula Rebstock and my colleagues, was an ability to think strategically, to spot opportunities to lift effectiveness, and to raise the profile of both a dispirited staff and a commission that was viewed as a toothless tiger. When one newspaper later trumpeted that investigators were now the new rock stars, we knew we'd made an impression. 6 years later, I was asked to lead the competition branch at the Commission, and although it was daunting because competition economics and law is complex and it had been hard to retain staff, I took the risk, reminded of Helen Keller's quote that life is a daring adventure or nothing. Then the Banking Ombudsman position came up, and after a nearly 30-year career, it felt like a natural next step. I developed a sound understanding of consumer law and investigation processes. I'd worked in a wide range of organisations, including those undergoing change. It involved problem resolution, and it gave me the opportunity to lead. Moreover, it was absolutely consistent with my values, getting to the truth, fairness, justice, trust, and the ability to both make a difference for people and lift standards in a vital industry. I haven't always made the best choices in my career, but I do hope that my story shows that you don't need to know what you want to do when you grow up. Your degree is a great start, that it is possible to change careers, and you don't always need all the formal qualifications. In my experience, what's important is to keep learning, to find something to love in every job you do, and to be prepared to take risks. Learn about your values, your strengths, and the impact you have on others, as well as the technical skills. My last 3.5 years have been the toughest and yet most rewarding of my career, partly because of the workload, it's post-GFC, and also because I've had to absorb some tough personal feedback and make changes. I'd like to finish just by talking about the value that you as graduates bring. My work has primarily involved finding solutions to problems, and I've learnt that the best solutions emerge when people bring their different perspectives and insights to the table. Because many of you are technology natives, and because you come from a different generation or have the benefit of more recent study, you think differently. Older people don't always know what's best, and our organisations need your thinking to stay relevant. So go out there and help us old fogies see the way of the future. It may take time to find what you love, but find something to love and learn in every job and be prepared to take risks. Congratulations on your success. I wish you all the very best.